here we go. Here we go. It's 9 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Bam! What's up, guys? My name is Jason. You're watching Ray of Light Tarot. I'm here to hang out with you guys because it's Hump Day. It's Wednesday, and on Wednesdays, we hang out. That's just what we tend to do around here. We like to hang out. We like to have a good time. We keep it PG. We keep it PG-13 rated. I think we keep it we keep it PG-13 rated up in here. So yeah, that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. Hey Rebecca, nice to see you. Victoria Gribben, what's up? How's everybody doing tonight? If you would like to get on the list to get a mini reading, get on the list. I'm asking for a $20 love offering or love donation for in an energy exchange for a mini reading tonight. And I have a little list I'm working from. Hello, Noose. Hello, Caressa. Is it Noose pronounced like news, like N-E-W-S, but N-U-S? Hey, Joyce. So, Caressa, you're top of the list. Noose, I got your payment. Also, actually, I have one person before you, though, Noose. I have, okay, so I have Caressa, Valerie, Noose, and then also I have a couple people who won the other day. Similar to that, okay. I think it's Noose, not news, right? Noose. That's what my gut tells me. Susan C., nice to see you. Hello to you. Welcome, guys. So let's have fun. It's Wednesday. It's Hump Day. What are you guys doing? What's up? Let's catch up. Let's exchange some good positive vibrations. What's going on, guys? How's your week going? Is everyone having a nice week? Got a 2015 truck the other day for myself, Jason. Nice. Bing. Very good, Joyce. I'm glad to hear that. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you, right? So that's what we're doing. Thank you for the love donation, Victoria. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. So, and who won? Wait, were you one of the people? Christina, you won a free reading the other day, didn't you? So you'll be on the list to get a free one tonight. Guys, keep reminding me. I'm going to work the freebies in between the people on my list. So, like, I'm going to start with Caressa. Caressa, go ahead and put your question up. Perfect what your gut is telling you. Noose. Yes, it usually is. And Priscilla is here. Priscilla Ann. She won a reading. You get a reading, and you get a reading, and you get a reading. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to say a quick intention here, guys. If anyone wants to share anything in the chat, go ahead and share. And then I would like you, Caressa, to post your question in the chat. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Spirit. Angels, Archangels, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel, my guides, my pillars, and my cornerstones. Thank you, Nana Renan, and all ancestors and spiritual team. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being guides, for the clear and direct messages, for helping a boy out. Thank you for the clear and direct messages tonight for all who come here with good intentions, seeking honest spiritual guidance. Okay, so here's what's up. Caressa wants to, hello Ann, nice to see you. So Caressa wants to know, okay, my Scorpio BF feels emotionally stuck due to crossroads in his life. Wondering when and if he will be able to commit fully to us. Okay. Well, you've got the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles when I cut the deck. So that definitely tells me that you guys are coming into a place where there is going to be like a renewal of the bond and sort of an opportunity for a new beginning, but it is going to require you to both be willing to put equal work in. So there's definitely that opportunity coming. Let's see. Right now, you are kind of, it looks like you are on a little bit of a solitary path right now because you've got a lot of big lessons coming in. What you need to do is focus on, don't worry about what his stuff is, his hang-ups, because you've got some stuff that's healing for you as well, Caressa. You're healing you've got a broken heart that's still healing. You've got this Three of Swords in your foundation, and you're being called down this Nine of Pentacles path. Now you can see this Nine of Pentacles, it looks like kind of a solitary or lonely path. It's not. You're connected to Source. You're connected to your higher self. You're connected to spirit. You're connected to all the things you need to be connected to and connecting to on this path. And that's kind of why, you know, there's nothing like divine timing, I'm going to tell you. And where you are is you are moving toward this person, your person, right? But where your Scorpio is and where you are is it's like two twin staircases, and you're both moving up those staircases. And yeah, you're moving toward each other, but to get there, you both have things that you have to work out. So all you can do for your Scorpio is send love, light, and healing, and then turn around and focus on your part of on your staircase, because you guys have to meet here. Scorpio's over here, you're over here. You've got to climb your own staircase to get up to that top part, and that's what you're doing here. And you do have some broken heart energy in your foundation. What that tells me is you brought that into the relationship. So that could be stuff that goes back to your childhood. That can be stuff from a past relationship. It could be stuff that from experiences you had with your Scorpio. It could be stuff that was sort of brought back into the surface and to your awareness, things that came up, but they were already there within you. So what you've got to do is just really focus on this. What is the Nine of Pentacles? Yes, it's that focus on self, but also it's not a chore. It's not a hard or a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing. And you've also got the Three of Cups here. The Three of Cups is often about collaboration and celebration and sort of reunion. But here for you, what it's about is really finding that place of gratitude. She's holding up that cup as an offering. And as she does that, as she holds up that cup as an offering, the other two cups overflow with goodness and abundance and love. So what you're wanting to do is you're being guided to really focus on that connection, right, between you and your higher power, which is your higher self, basically, that part of you, that God aspect in you. But you're being also called to focus on that gratitude energy. I mean, it's really easy for us to know that, but it's a lot harder for us to remember that and to do it every day. Being in human form kind of sucks sometimes, right? I mean, unless you're like having sex, using a good substance. There's a lot of getting like endorphins from exercising. There's a few times it doesn't, eating good food. There are a few times being human doesn't suck, but for the most part, it kind of can suck. So you're being called to really focus on that gratitude, right? Showing gratitude to Source. And as you do that, you know, your Scorpio is going to come into this really fiery, passionate energy in the near future. You guys have the Eight of Wands, which is, especially on this side, see the lightnings. I'm using the vice, for those who are curious, I'm using the vice versa deck tonight. This is, you know, kind of how it normally looks. This side, you've got the lightning striking, Pegasus is flying through the air, right? If we're looking at like Greek mythology, what's happening here is fast movement and unexpected things, almost miraculous. You know, that lightning strikes and then something big happens. So what you've got to look forward to, I do too, I love this deck. What you've got to look forward to, Caressa, is big things happening. You're also going to be seeing a lot of truth because you've got one of the clarifiers that came out is the Queen of Swords for you, and she's facing upright. You're going to be experiencing a lot of clarity of purpose. So if you've been someone who has maybe kind of struggled with what your purpose is, like what your mission is, what your divine missions should be, what you should be doing, like, okay, I came here because, and I have ambition to do this, and I like this, and I love this person, but what am I really here for? You're going to have a lot of clarity about your true, like that divine purpose, that piece within you that just knows when something's real. Like for me, part of what when I awoken, which was because of a twin soul journey, I went from kind of not caring that much about what happened, like being on drugs, just kind of living life, you know, kind of a little bit of a spoiled brat, to meeting someone that I had this heart connection with that was certainly divine, but also woke me up. It's like it shook me out of my sleep. And that's what's happening here for you. And it's, yes, it's attached to probably this Scorpio, but it's more about you and your connection to Source, right? And it always is that for us. It's always really about ourself and where we come from. But you're on this beautiful sort of extended journey up that staircase. As far as them, yeah, you focus on that stuff. They'll focus on their stuff. You're on the right path. That eight of Wands, it's going to kind of happen out of the blue. I think it's going to be there's going to be some major changes for you guys around the second week of January. So look for that. I don't know what that is, but look for that. Yes, ma'am. But look for those major changes around the second week of January. That Eight of Wands, I feel like that's when that's going to be really becoming like manifest for you in a very physical, tangible, like I can see this type of way. Okay. Next is Valerie. Is Valerie? I don't think Valerie came in yet. Actually, did Valerie come in here? Valerie, are you in here, babe? She may not be in here yet. Actually, I'm gonna do one of the freebies. Let's do Christina. Christina F. Go ahead and put your question up because you want a free one. Oh, there you are, Val. Okay, so Christina F. and then Valerie, if you want to put your question up too. I kind of think I know what Valerie's question is, but we'll see if she has any angles to it. Christina. So, is my husband my twin flame? I'm just going to start. Probably not. We don't all have twin flames. Twin flames is actually a very rare phenomenon. And usually, it's possible your husband is a twin flame, but usually a twin soul comes in and sort of is a relation. Usually, a lot of times when twin souls meet, they're both in places in life where they can't. No, I'm not saying it could be, but I just want people to understand because probably your husband is a soulmate you're supposed to experience this with, right? But twin souls is so rare, and it's not usually a pleasant connect. Like usually, twin souls don't meet, get married, and live happily ever after. That's usually not a twin soul type journey. It's usually very painful, and it's very unpleasant. And usually, there are a lot of things that keep them apart in the beginning because you have to heal and become you have to become almost a new creation in order for that relationship to work. It's part of the challenge. But let's see. Christina, is her husband her twin flame? I'm just giving you that little synopsis, but the cards could tell a different story. Yeah, so, okay. For your husband, I feel like this might be a past life soulmate that you're working things out with. So that's what it feels like in this because you've got the Fool here, you've got the Ten of Swords, and then you've got Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands, that defensive energy, and then Two of Wands crowning it, and then the Chariot moving forward. So I feel like what that probably is, because of all the cycles to it, when I see a lot of cycles in a relationship, it's usually some kind of a past life soulmate where you've got some karmic things to work out with each other, and you're working them out. It's a beautiful connection. I mean, you've got two major arcana out of the 5 cards I pulled. 2 of them are majors. That's a lot. I mean, you know, that's impressive that there are 2 majors coming out. And both of them are about kind of, they're both about progress, ascension, forward movement. I mean, the Fool and then the Chariot. The difference between the two is this is when your relationship began and this is where you're at now. And there's a big difference here. This is about when you meet someone, you fall in love, that's what allows you to kind of just trust in destiny, trust in fate. See, this person's like leaving all belongings behind, taking a leap of faith off the cliff. They're looking at that shooting star. Well, in this case, you're moving forward again. Yes, you're moving forward, but it's not exactly in the same way. This requires balancing, doing shadow work, okay? Doing the shadow work, the balancing of energies that have been very much antagonistic at times toward one another, because the light and the dark, they buoy each other, they support one another. They can't exist without each other. Both of you, this is both of you. They can't exist without one another, but at the same time, they also can be in friction to one another and challenging one another in a tough way sometimes. But once they're in balance, then this chariot or carriage or whatever you want to call it starts to move forward. That's what the Chariot card is about. It's about finding emotional balance in order to move you to that next step. And that's where you're headed. It's all about choices here. You've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse behind that, the Two of Wands upright in the crowning energy. So there's a lot of choice energy. It's like you've got to choose something here. You've got to make a decision. So I feel like where you guys are at, and you do have a true pair type of energy. You've got the King of Wands here and the Queen of Wands. But look, one's upright and one's reversed. So there is a little bit of balance needed here, okay? Right. I think where I'm at, there are times I definitely would rather not have a twin soul because it's not fun at all. It sucks. There's too much separation. There's too much pain involved. But, you know, it's worth it, I guess. All right. It's worth it. But sometimes it's like, oof, it sucks. I would rather have a marriage, you know, like someone commit to just like be a partner with. Partnerships are good. This is definitely a partnership. I mean, whenever I see the cards, a king and queen of the same suit, that's a good sign for this connection. And right, Christina says a lot of pain. Yeah, even in yeah, not and that's another thing, guys. Soulmates go through pain too, not just twin souls. Like it's all painful, and they're all very similar. I don't think it matters what you label it really. It's about the experience and where it's taking you. And this is an experience where there's a lot of karmic energy being worked out, and there's a lot of new choices coming up. What issues existed when they were in this Fool energy are totally different issues in the Chariot energy, but they were born from one another. Like they come from each other. And there's the Seven of Wands here. So I get this is your spouse, and I get that this person is looking in the wrong direction, and the Seven of Wands is very defensive. On the one hand, that's good for the connection. They're wanting to keep other people out of the connection now. But on the other hand, it's also bad for the connection because they're so defensive. They're not really seeing you for who you truly are. They're seeing what they want you to be, Christina, instead of who you truly are, and that can be very troubling for a person who is your spouse. So this energy is going to shift out, though. This is a very temporary energy. So you know, whenever you feel that happening, where there's a little bit of pushback or defensiveness, a little bit of closed off energy, as you can see in this, I wouldn't worry too much about it. You're going to embody that energy sometimes in this connection too. It seems like it's kind of floating between the two of you, as energies often do in these type of connections. I would not let it trouble you too much. What I would do is just know it's temporary. Where you're headed is more important. You also do have the Death card and the Knight of Swords in reverse, so there may be a little bit of a need for a rebirth here. Like the Knight of Swords is in reverse. There's not a lot of somebody's not being honest with themselves or each other in this. There's a little bit of truth being held back, and you don't want to do that because the truth that's being held back may be stopping a death and rebirth in the connection that needs to happen. So don't hold back the truth, even if it's a little bit painful. But ultimately, good stuff. You guys are on the right path, and you're headed for something beautiful. It's just a matter of working out some of that karma. You know, it's frustrating at times. Very, very frustrating. Okay, Valerie. Valerie. Right, Claudia. Definitely not a Cinderella theme. It can feel that way. I know it can definitely feel that way in those moments that are so perfect because the connection is perfect. But as human beings, we tend to mess it up. Going through a difficult time, what guidance does Spirit have for me? You've got that broken heart energy, Valerie, tonight. It's like rainstorms and Three of Swords and Ten of Swords, too. So I know you're still going, I know you did that cord cutting. You're still trying to detach from some stuff. But I feel like right now it's so important for you to find something really that makes you feel good and happy. You know what I mean? Just to really find, you've got the sun as guidance, and then there it is, the rainstorm, the Three of Swords again. But you've got the sun as what you need to be focused on. Really find even the littlest thing, like finding a new recipe that you really like and cooking it, or just, I don't know, like I'm thinking of things that sometimes make me happy. Just something off the beaten path that really makes you feel happy. You know what I mean? And it's so important. You're welcome, Christina. Thank you for being here. You've got the Nine of Swords too. And your Nine of Swords is looking out the window. So it's like the only thing blocking you from that sunlight is your thoughts. Remember that. And you know, the truth is, and this is so true. People used to say to me, we're in control of our thoughts. We control our thoughts. We can shift our focus. And I'd be like, yeah. But I never really got that. Like, we really do, guys. Like, if you're sitting thinking about something that's making you feel bad, you have the choice. Pick up a book. Find something that's not going to make you think about that thing that's making we don't have to fixate on the sad things. We choose to do that, right? We can't change our feelings, but we can change the thoughts that cause those feelings very easily. It just takes discipline. A lot of your energy right now is overwhelmed because of overwhelming emotions and confusion about where things are headed. And things are headed in the right direction. You have a Knight of Pentacles moving towards you. And you have the Nine of Cups here, which is that angel bringing delivering the wish, right? But you have a little bit of resistance, and what I want you to do is really focus on clearing. Focus on like blue. What's the card? The sapphire. Focus on like a blue sapphire energy. If you don't have any blue, if you have any jewelry like with blue sapphires in it, put it on. Maybe go buy yourself some pretty blue sapphire necklace or something. Just do some. Get into this sort of clarity. Yeah, put that jewelry on. Get yourself into that kind of clear. Also clear. It's a clarity, and it's also a placidness. It's a feeling of being placid that feels really nice that you need right now. You're definitely. You've got the Ace of Wands coming in. That's a passionate sort of excitement and new beginning. And you said you just received some news. You also have some good news coming in. You have good news coming in. And the way to bring good news in is to start saying thank you for the good news before it gets to you. Because we manifest a lot of the information that comes to us, how it reaches us. So really start shifting that energy back to where it needs to be, okay? Yeah, you can't. That's right. You cannot do cord cutting on a tree. Well, you can't. Here's the thing, Claudia. You can do cord cutting on anything. You can't cut the connection with a twin flame, though. It's not. If you understand what it is, obviously you can't cut the connection. But yeah, you can do a cord cutting, and it will. Because even when someone's your twin soul, you need to do your best sometimes to detach from that as much as you can. You know what I mean? Because if they're in separation and they're going through their stuff, you don't want to be feeling it to the extent that you normally naturally will. So you can do the cord cutting and try to sort of detach a little bit from it. But yeah, there's really no point if you're trying to like disconnect from someone who is a true twin. It's not going to happen. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Yeah. I think what you need to focus on, and see also for you, just with like, I know you have a lot of physical, I feel like you have physical challenges that make it hard sometimes to shift that energy. That's why you want to really start thinking about positive things coming your way and just envisioning them. Find the little things, put that blue sapphire on. Find the little things that really just make you kind of feel placid and hopeful, because there is good things coming for you, but you have to be able to welcome them in the first place. And you have some challenges built in that you can't really do a lot about, right? Where is Noose? Noose, what is your question? Guys, if you just got here, the list is open. If you would like to get on the list to get a reading, it's $20 to the Cash App, which is $RayofLightTarot. Ambrose, I just got your payment. Noose, and then Ambrose, and then we'll do Priscilla. Yeah, did somebody give me a super chat? Yeah, I take super chat. You can give, if you want to just give a donation through super chat, that's fine. I appreciate it. But for the readings, for the readings themselves, it's $20 to the Cash App or PayPal, because when you give, if you send me $20 on super chat, YouTube takes $3.50 or $4 out. They take a lot of that. not four. They take $3 out of that. So to me, that's a lot. Noose. What is your question, Noose? Toronto. What's up, Toronto? Toronto Blue Jays? Are they still the Toronto Blue Jays? To my page. What page? Hold on, I'm looking at what she was saying. I don't see it. So yeah, it's if you look in the description of the video, guys, the PayPal and Cash App are listed if you want to send 20 to get on the list. Who's on first? Who's on first? No, who's on second? It was a birthday present to yourself. Nice. Nice, Joyce. Okay, Noose, I'm a Taurus and single. What's coming my way regarding love? Gotcha, Joyce. Gotcha. Yeah, the list is open. Next is Ambrose, and I don't think I have anyone after Ambrose other than I have a freebie to do. But you are all welcome to get on the list if you want to. We have plenty of time tonight. It's coming for Noose. Wow. Yeah, you've got some good stuff though coming in. I sense air energy moving towards you because you've got a lot of. There's a Knight of Swords. There's also a Queen of Swords energy. You've got some major arcanas here too. I feel like though this is someone. Oh, that may be the Leo. Okay, this is someone established that you've already met. You've got a strong connection here though. You've got the Four of Wands, the Ten of Cups. It's coming out on this side, which is what this means is it hasn't happened yet. It's coming in, okay? The Ten of Cups is coming in for you right now. So you're on the cusp of really coming into a place in your life where you are really finding fulfillment and happiness in love specifically. There's someone who is wanting to move towards you and they want to like declare the truth. Like they want to tell you something. They want to tell you what they're feeling. They want to express a lot of emotion to you. But it's also, there was some kind of mind games going on in this connection in the past. There was a little bit of mind games, and they want to sort of clear the air. The Temperance card is here, and then the High Priestess card. So what this is saying is part of the reason that you went into separation, I guess it's from the Leo. The reason I'm saying I guess, and I'm not sure, I don't feel connected to that specifically, but there's something really strong here for you. I guess it's the Leo. This person had to be pulled away from you, though, so that you could go into this High Priestess mode. This is such a card that represents you spiritually growing into yourself. And it is a little bit of a solitary card, obviously. I mean, you can see by looking at it, but it's all being guided divinely. You can see there's a balancing taking place, right? See that those cups, one's being poured into the other. That's a separation card that represents balance. And the fact that it's leading to this is really good. This is like a union taking place. It could be a wedding, it could be a marriage, it could be some beautiful reunion. Whatever it is, it's really good and it's going to feel really good to you. You also have the Three of Cups in your foundation. This is, again, the thing about this Three of Cups for me, it's about showing gratitude. Now, this side as opposed to this side, you've got this side. Do you see the other people here? This is about showing gratitude, but also not just showing gratitude for your experiences, but right now, really being grateful for the people in your life that stay. Maybe the romantic, your love interest is left for a time or for good, depending on who that person is. But you need to really, this is a time to look around you and recognize and show gratitude for the close friendships in your life that are really there for you. And they're really there to help you and to help lift you up and to help you bring good things in. There's a lot of signs and synchronicities in this side of the card. There's a lot of flowing emotions. You see that big waterfall. Good things are happening when you get this Three of Cups on this side. You have a King of Pentacles behind that. He's in reverse. That means you have someone who does love you very much already, maybe even past life, who wants to move towards you, but it's not quite time yet. The timing's off. The fact that you're coming out as the Queen of Swords, though, says, on the one hand, you know, you're in a place where you're not going to accept someone in who's bringing the BS, right? And you shouldn't. But also, don't get too far into that energy where you're not able to be in your heart space and allow what's for you, because this is a beautiful energy, right? And these are minor arcanas, but to me, they're just as important as these two major arcanas that came out for you, because they represent where you're headed. And oh man, people want these cards. People that are asking about love, especially, which, you know, you didn't really ask about love, but that's what's coming out for you. And these are good cards. This is fulfillment for you, and you're right there on the cusp of it. So now's the time to really focus on, how do you manifest it? How do you cooperate with manifesting that in? You stay grateful. You stay positive. And if you're having trouble finding it, you search for the positive things. You search for that silver lining, okay? That's what you have to do right now, because you're bringing it in, right? Okay, so good luck with that. Next, so what I'm going to do next, Priscilla, go ahead and put your Priscilla has a free reading. Priscilla, put your question up, and then Ambrose, I got your love offering. I'll do your mini reading next. Hey, Julene, nice to see you. I know, I love these cards too. You're welcome, Noose. Priscilla. Is Priscilla here? I did Priscilla. I did Christina. Yeah, Priscilla. Will there be marriage in my future? So, Ambrose, go ahead and get your question ready now. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so you could have a Cancer or an Aquarius, or someone with strong Cancer or Aquarius in their chart in your future. I think the reason you're losing faith is because for you to have that happen, it's going to require a lot of changing circumstances than the ones you're in right now. And that's the way it is, right? That's okay, though. That's not a bad thing. The Hierophant's here. That's Taurian energy. Taurus, right? The Hierophant's here right beside the Ace of Cups. It's here for you. So the answer is absolutely. It's here for you, okay? This is good. But the reason you're kind of losing hope, it's not because it's hopeless. It's because where you are now, for you to get to this, for this thing to work out, for you to have a happy marriage and a partnership, all of your circumstances have to change. And they will. You're in a changing energy, but you also have the Magician card foundationally. So that is a card about you, and that's Spirit reminding you you're the one who has the ability to bring this into you. Okay, I'll go on your. I don't have a site, guys. What do you mean? This is you having all of the tools on that table to bring in what you want. Okay, Priscilla. So you can't put it on someone else. You can't put it on, you know, waiting for your day to come. You've got to manifest this. You've got to manifest this. And what do I mean? When we're talking about love or partnership, that means put yourself in a position to be ready for that partner to come in. Because right now, it seems like you're not actually quite there. Like, there are things you have to work on. First, you have to work on your confidence with the Page of Wands. Second, you have to work on your values and getting yourself, because you've got these two pages, and these are your energies, and it's Pentacles and Wands. For me, the message they're saying is you've got to work on your confidence about yourself, like even like your external, like how you feel about your appearance, your body image issues, all of that. You also got to work on practical things and your actual like values list. So monetary things, getting yourself feeling very good and really self-sufficient, and then focusing on those things that are going to help you to bring in. But you're hearing what I'm saying, right, Priscilla, about any description on the future person, past or new. But you're hearing what I'm saying right now, right, about you and working on that stuff within yourself, because there's big issues here. Okay, good, okay. Because that's the issue. It's not about the person at all. The issue right here, Spirit's, I mean, this is your stuff. The minute you've got that stuff squared away, you've got the Hierophant here saying, I'm bringing in for you a new beginning in love, right? It's there. And then you've got the Magician saying, bring it on. Could be a Gemini or a Virgo. Could also be another Taurus. So a lot of earth energy here. I do think it's probably someone new. The reason I say that, oh, well, you know what? It could be someone from the past just because the Ace of Cups came out on the Twilight side. That usually is like something that you've waited for a long time, but that could be the event and not the person. Other than that, though, it all feels pretty new. It feels destined, but new. It also it feels like a male energy, and it feels young, youthful. So I don't know how old you are, but this person feels very youthful. So that's interesting. You've got the Queen of Cups foundationally, so you're ready to give the love, but first you've still got to work on your confidence, giving yourself what you deserve, and having everything in order. Okay? Yeah, the male energy feels younger than 42, which is so like really young. So that's interesting. Very good. Okay, Ambrose. What is your question, Ambrose? Yeah, you go, girl. You go, girl. Ambrose, what's up? What's up? Happy holidays, Jason. Thank you. Happy holidays. I'm feeling stuck in a lot of ways. I hear you. Reconnected with a twin flame right before lockdown. And we have been separated by borders. Just chatting for now. At least you're in communication. That's a good sign. Now is the time for you to focus on starting something new, maybe in business. You've got the Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. So similar to the energy I was picking up on with Priscilla, self-confidence, like healing. For you, it's more about healing some things that have been pushed on you, Ambrose. Healing that stuff that feels like like you're unable to overcome some things. You got to heal some things within yourself, and also maybe look into ways that you can expand financially or start something new right now. You've got good things coming. You got the Ten of Cups. Wow. The Death card. Look. Magician and High Priestess. That's twin souls. This is the twin souls right here. The Magician and the High Priestess. 1 and 2, right? I've talked about this before. In fact, my friend Kay Moon, who is an astrologer, she did a whole video about what I kind of talked to her about the twin soul journey in the tarot and the mystery of it. And it starts right here with 1 and 2, the masculine and feminine. Okay? Yeah, definitely twin souls. And I'm not someone who will come out saying that very often, but when I feel it like that, like it feels the exact same as my connection, then I'm not gonna not tell you. You've also got the Two of Cups in the foundation. So this is strong energy. Where you guys are at, it's tough because you've got the Five of Cups, which is kind of like the Death card, but then it's leading to the Ten of Cups. Okay? Welcome, Dragon Emperor. Welcome. So you've got to go through this sort of painful expression of loss and realignment with what is important to me, and realignment with how do I perceive loss. Do I always have to perceive loss as a loss? Can I actually perceive it as a transition? Okay? It is hard. But it's worth it. It's worth it. And union doesn't start in the physical realm. Union exists out there. It exists in the 5D, and it manifests here. And some of us have to practice union a few times for fun. Okay, so you're on the way. Like, this is beautiful. God, I just love that the Magician and the High Priestess came out for you too. Just beautiful. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, sometimes it's not... I feel like sometimes when the cards come out that clear, I feel like adding my voice to it would only tarnish it. So just take those cards, take that message, and you're welcome. That's good stuff. Like, that's good stuff right there. That is really good stuff. No, I'm doing mini readings, personal mini readings, Dragon, for people that sent donations in on my Cash App. Did I miss anyone who sent a payment in on either Cash App or PayPal? Did I miss anyone? The list is open. If you want to get on the list, do it now because I'm about to cut it off. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody on PayPal also. I'd say it's going to be at least 6 months before you're able to actually come into a place that you could describe as being anything similar to union. But I don't think it'll be more than a year. I think it'll be 6 months to a year max. I'm thinking I would say at the max, probably 10 months. But this, here's the thing about timing, and I've learned this myself. It's so hard to put a time on things. That's like tarot. And first of all, as a tarot reader, tarot isn't really equipped to give us times. It reads energies more than times. So that's hard anyway. And second of all, time is such a changing thing. How do I access donation site? So where I take donations is on Cash App. If you're in the United States, it's called Cash App. You can just Google it or go in the App Store and download it. And if you're international, you can use the PayPal. Both are listed in the description of the video. Right. And even here, time is so relative and it changes. So, look at like when you go under anesthesia for surgery, how people go under anesthesia and then they wake up from surgery and it's like no time passed for them. It's like a time jump. It's kind of like that. Like, it's just so hard because not only that things can change. Things in this physical world change, right? And so what right now is 6 months away could tomorrow be 6 weeks away or a year away. It's so hard with time. The best thing to do, though, is try not to focus on the time, focus on something else. And that usually, in my experience and from other people that I've learned from and taught, that usually makes the time go by even faster if you just don't even focus on it. That's what I would advise. Just try to shift off the time thing. I'm in Canada. So yeah, you would use PayPal. I think I'm going to head out for the night, guys. I'll be back on Friday. It looks like I'll probably be back on Friday. I'm going to be putting up some more zodiac signs in the next day. So I definitely won't be on tomorrow because you wouldn't get a notification anyway because of all the uploads I'm going to have for the monthly zodiac readings. But yeah, Virgo, Libra, all the big ones that usually get the most views are about to come out. So yeah, try not to, Ambrose. Anyway, guys, thank you for being here. You guys have a great night. Namaste. Gemini, I didn't do Gemini yet, but I will. Just for you, Julene. Just for you. You guys have a great night. Bye.